Well, we did it, ladies and gentlemen. We built the sky base. In this video, I'm going to go over how I made this beautiful floating sky base and how you can do it as well, so long as you're willing to farm for a lot of materials. In my last video, we experimented with the concept of potentially building a sky base in Valheim, and now we've got it mostly figured out. Now, the boss of the plains and the fifth boss of the entire game, Yagluth, has a set spawn area that you can find when you find his Vegvisir. Now this spawn area will always be surrounded by at least 4 of these pillars. We got lucky, we got kind of a baby 5th pillar. I don't know if that's guaranteed. And this will be the basis of our sky base. So in order to find yours, you'll have to look around. Usually you'll find a Stonehenge, and in the center you'll find something that looks about the size of this. It'll say Yagluth Vegvisir, and it will put a marker on this map similar to this, and this is going to be the location where you want to build your sky base. Now, step 1, when you get up here, you're going to want to build workbenches and then forges on each of the pillars to allow you to build across. Now, the first thing that you're going to be doing once you get these forges up and running is you're going to build a base all the way across and try to make a square or a rectangle in my case. And this is going to serve as the base infrastructure for my sky base. And on this, we're going to build upwards. Now, the materials that we chose to build this base out of is the wood iron pole and the wood iron beam. Now, at this point in the video, you might be saying, but Rob, this looks like this is going to be extremely expensive. Or is this reasonable to make a sky base like this? And I'm going to answer your question with a question. Do you want a sky base or not? Now that that's settled, let's move on to the next step. Alright, and here we go. For the next step, I have gone and I put some vertical supports in using that same iron wood pole. And I've also built a little bit of the roof structure. I've left a gap in the middle because I plan to build a little bit more vertical in the middle. And next up, we're going to start working on the floors. Alright, now the floor is finished. My next thing to work on is I'm going to work on the vertical building here. Set that up and then start building a staircase to it and see where we go from there. And here we go. We have built the upper deck, if you will. We have a little staircase up here. We have our fire chimney, trophies to make it feel like home. We got all of our beds set up here. And we have our chests on the side. Alright, now that the home is set up, let's start working on the lower floor. Okay, so as I'm sure you know by now, not everything can be built on wood. Now, while I can place smelters and furnaces on the exact location of this iron wood sort of building material, I found that it's better to use stone as the base. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend out over the 2 pillars that I did not build directly over, and we are slowly going to be building a stone little terrace, and this is going to be the location where we put a lot of our campfires as well as smelting areas. With the outside stone terrace complete, we now have an area to put our smelters, our charcoal kilns, eventually a blast furnace when we get there. We have our workbenches and all of our upgrades over there, and we also have room for our food creation area, campfires, cauldrons, fermenters. Everything that we need that can't be put on wood is placed out here. If I really needed to, I could also extend on the other side, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. So the only thing left is how do we get to this sky base? So the first method that we could do is we could use one of the portals in our newly created portal hub that I put over here to link to the ground level. So when you want to go up, you could just walk through and come up. Now that would look something along the lines of this. But alternatively, we also could build a staircase up here. And here we go. Now we have a path all the way from the boss spawn point and the portal where we can just run right up to our base. To build this, I used stone, and to support the stone, I used some more of the wood iron poles and beams. And it leads right into a hole in our base, which brings us right out here.